All right, it's 10:30, not too late. I usually have a bad habit of going live at some unearthly hours of 11 plus, almost 12 and things like that. So I hope that 10:30 is a refreshing difference. Okay, so good evening all to all. Okay, remember give a like, click like as we start the video. Today is quite an important talk. We're gonna do a prediction of 2023. Yes. Oh, Chiking, good to see you. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yes, Chiking, good to see you. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, Ayo, Hui Xiong, good to see you. Okay. Yes. ABCXYZ. Okay. Jason, Dennis, Wen Liang, Eileen, all good to see you. Okay, we're on a very important topic today. Family, good to see you. Kasyong, good to see you too. Okay. Kim, Raider, Roger, Kimi, Cynthia, Amy, all good to see you. Okay. Andy, good to see you too. Okay. I charged my laptop. I thought, wow, 10 days. Okay, I'm on it. Okay. Yeah. Prakash, okay, good to see you. Henry, good to see you. Okay. All remember, give a like. Okay. Leonard, good to see you. Gong Xie, Louis, Hurricane, good to see you. Okay, good. Very, very good. Okay. I've entitled this talk Fortune Awaits the Gutsy. Okay, so kind of important of this talk is not my prediction. Okay, important of this talk is what it takes to realize fortune. I think that's where the important is. So Hongyi, good to see you too. All right. Now, recently there's a lot of people, and basically complaining that, why Mr. Lu never talk about stock market again, things like that. Well, the truth of the matter is that number one, I'm a bit busy, okay, so I don't do as much video. Number two is it's a very flat market, flat market. 不上不下, don't go up, don't go down. There's nothing to talk about. It go up, I got something to talk about. It comes down, I got something to talk about. It 3,800 point plus minus plus minus plus. I told myself below 3,800 points conclusively I buy. And I need to be conclusive because I'm gonna buy on endowers and usually take 2 days or 3 days of transaction. If it just touch, touch a little bit, and it shoots up again now, then so I decided it need to be conclusive down, then I buy, right? I love, but TikTok. Everybody a few people Mr. Lu, only go talk a lot when you go up and never talk when you go down, kind of utter rubbish, go slap your own face. Yeah. So basically the main reason is that the market very sian, for the last 3 weeks, just hovering around the 3,800 mark. 不上不下. It sunk and then 下 very fast. It 下 sunk very fast. So nothing to talk about. So talk about CPF, 1M38A, yeah. All right. So have everybody watched the video of 1M38? Okay. 1M38 is a very, very good talk. It's an interview with Caleb and Tabby. That is a much more easier way of making money. Really, really. Much more easier. Easier as in no risk. Yeah, it's just changing of lifestyle. That is with certainty. Right? 1M38 is a very, very good video. Who has not watched 1M38 and who has watched 1M38? Please say yes, I watched. 1M38, very good video. You must go watch it. You see simple means wrong word lah. Ordinary Singaporean, creating extraordinary returns. Okay, JL, thank you, looking great. Thank you. Sai Kun, can you telegram me? Yeah. Exactly. Then got boliao comment come from people who never watch it, right? Go slap their face again. Yeah. Okay. Yes, great motivation from younger generation, right? Now I'm using heavier language on some of these people because a lot of them are very rude. Yeah. So Mr. Lu is not very kind. Okay. You'll be rude to me. I will either give it back to you or I'll ban you from the page. Okay. So I don't think we can have differences in opinion, but we don't need to be rude, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. So anyway, 1M38 was a great interview. All of you should watch it. It's not Mr. Lu who did it. Mr. Lu, on hindsight and retrospect, I also cannot do it. Yeah, Leonard said that Kayla and Tabby can be a role model right now. That's great, right? I'm going to meet them for lunch or coffee or tea next week. Yeah, okay. But usually I try not to just ban people. I like diversity of opinion. Okay, but when they cross the line and become rude now, this is not hardware zone now. I don't yeah. So anyway, okay, yeah. So I welcome all diverse opinion. I even welcome critics, but I don't you know I don't need to accept a certain rudeness. Okay, Desmond, good to see you. No, Kate is not singing today. Okay, cool. All right, good. So I lost count of usual. I lost count of my talk again. I need Angela's help. I suspect it's 252, but I'm not very sure myself. Okay. The title of my talk today is called Fortune Awaits the Gutsy. And this is about prediction of 2023. Kelvin asked, did Kate also fly on Terminal 4 on Christmas Eve? Yes, she did. Okay. Yes. Just go ahead and say hi to her. It's okay. Our whole family are very happy when we see people come and say hi to us. We are not celebrities or important people got bodyguards around us. No, we're very down to earth. A lot of people saw us in coffee shops and hawker centers, all these and say, wow, Mr. Liu, you eat at hawker center. Of course. The chicken rice very nice. The chicken porridge very nice. The char kway teow very nice. Yeah, very simple people. Okay. Yeah. So, all right, cool. Very big. Oh, this is 255. 250. I still okay. Thanks, Angela. Okay, thanks. 255. Wow. Okay, so the disclaimer, usual disclaimer I have to do, and tonight is an important disclaimer, is that this is not to advise you whether to buy or sell. I will talk about the environment where I will buy and sell, but I'm not telling you that you should buy and sell. Okay, this is for education, entertainment. Okay, yeah. Pauline, good to see you. Yes. So it's about prediction of 2023 and this year. Last year I make a prediction at around this time. In fact, I make on the 2nd of Jan, I think. I made a prediction of 2022 and I'm about 80% correct. This time around, I'll be frank with you, a little bit more uncertainty, but let me describe my views, okay? And let's figure out. So the overall arcing theme, okay, good to see you, 633. The overall arcing theme is this outlook is a very cloudy market. I'll talk about economic environment, geopolitical, but the emphasis is on stock market, okay? And the key theme is this thing called uncertainty. And more importantly is how we navigate through the uncertainty, right? Uncertainty, very easy to say by economists. Oh, you can go up, you can go down, with this range of uncertainty. This one, statistician and economists like us like to do that. That's why we say there's a confidence interval of this much and this that. But it's just basically say I don't know very clearly, right? But I will try to give you my best prediction and more importantly, how we navigate through uncertainty. Okay. Now, uncertainty is not just Mr. Lu say. Okay. Our Prime Minister Lee also said that, okay? Prime Minister Lee warns of uncertainty in 2023 as risk mount. He did not say that 2023 will be dark and gloomy. He's basically sure, I'm not so sure. So therefore, he actually was, I'm going to quote him, okay? We must brace ourselves. Our economy will be affected, okay? He looked at a troubled global outlook, okay? We'll talk about you. If you hold some of your stock market question, I will answer them after this talk. So, as the world leaves the worst of inflation behind us, so he's basically addressing that inflation, the worst is over, okay? And he warns of new pains that will come out of a slowing economic growth, okay? So he says that we must brace ourselves for uncertainty ahead. So he basically said that, China reopening is good for Singapore. Commerce in Singapore will improve, but the gains in China will be offset like falls in other market, especially US and Europe. and he says that the Russian-Ukraine conflict, U.S.-China tension, not very sure. Okay, so he thinks that that U.S. and Europe may go into a recession. Okay, and so therefore, there is quite a few events. Now, largely group the main key stock market sensitive events, okay, under four categories. Could there be more? Yes. Okay, but I think these are the four known ones. Those that I don't know how to predict, right? So maybe next year, China invade Taiwan, for example. This is how to predict. I don't think will happen now. But these kind of things are really like black swan event. So I don't know what I don't know. So those I cannot predict, right? If it hits, then we manage it along the way. But those that I know are known big events that will have stock market implication next year, let's discuss them. Okay. So before I start, could you everybody give a like? Okay. Yep. And let's go. There are four main key events that will have stock market implication, global events, and some of them are geopolitical, some of them are economic in nature, and let's talk about it. The first one is the Russian-Ukraine war. We have discussed about it. I'm going to talk something very controversial, maybe very bold in my prediction. We'll talk about the next big one is the US inflation. We'll talk about it until the whole year already. But this one, let's put the nail in the coffin and say what I think it is. US recession, okay? 到底有没有? Will it happen? I will give you my view. And last one is China reopening. What's my view? And then when we combine this whole thing, how do we navigate it? Okay? So, let's talk about my prediction. Before I talk about my prediction, I need to say these predictions are, to be frank, subjected caveat with uncertainty, but this is my best guess of what I think by looking at all signals. Can I be wrong? Yes. I love it. My critics say, wow, Mr. Lu, you say exactly this. To hell with you, you are wrong. Of course, I can be wrong. These are guess, right? But at least we have a starting point, and from there we navigate our way, okay? It's better a person that has absolutely no brain. Yeah, don't even think, right? Yeah, so that's a different story. Okay, let's go. The Ukraine-Russian war is my first one. Looking at the signal, this one obviously has stock market implication, okay? If the war goes away, the stock market goes up. It may not go up like, rocket all the way to record high, but for sure, if this war ends tomorrow, it will have got very positive stock market implication. You agree, right? The first one is, if you haven't noticed it, Russia is running out of weapons and ammunition, okay? It's because the whole world have a very tough sanction and embargo on it. So right now it's sneaking, behind Ukraine and getting some of the drones. Tolong, China, please sell me some weapons. And, go to North Korea of all countries, please sell me some weapons, that kind of thing. So they are running out of parts. And what they do is that they buy maybe some electronics goods, take out the parts and plant into the machine and ammo, all this kind of. So in short, they are running out. They are running out of mainstream. They are trying to, from behind the scene, back here, back there. Can they still do it? Yes. Are there people that will break the embargo on Russia? Yes, but it's more. It's a bit sneaky, a bit tough. This kind of warfare very difficult, very strong. Okay. On the other hand, Ukraine, walao, it's like President Zelensky go to the Congress of US, give a great rousing speech, President Biden and Congress stand behind him, don't worry, brother, whatever you need, yeah, that's basically what they say. The West, UK, everybody say, whatever you need, brother, give it to you. You know why? Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Who agree with that? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Nobody likes the Russian. Actually, to be precise, no, Russians are okay. Nobody likes Putin. Yeah, even Russian hates Putin. So very simple. Yeah, Zelensky's speech was very rousing and inspirational, right? With that speech, he said, your supply of weapons to us is not an expenditure. It is a investment. Yeah, it is an investment, right? Wow, it's like, oh, I never thought of this way, right? It's an investment. So after that, very shock. No, it's a very just weapons all. So one side, Ukraine have tons of weapons, non-stop flowing free, free into Ukraine. On the other hand, Putin there, ICI, you will know that you cannot fight a war without weapons, right? Yeah. So that part, they are heavily under constraint. Now, can they still last? Yes. Okay. Can they still last? Yes. But it's not easy. The second thing is Russia is running out of trained soldiers compared to Ukraine. Now, can they run more conscript and ask for more soldiers to come? Of course. How long did it train you guys as men to at least finish your BMT to know how to operate as a section? Okay? Yeah, as a section. Only 3 months, right? You need 3 months. But to fight as a company, as a battalion, you need to train for 1 year, easily. This poor chap haven't properly trained, sent down to face they call it the meat grinder, right? So many Russian soldiers have died. They are running out of trained soldiers. Basically, when you send untrained soldiers into it, you just get them to be grind into minced meat. So the most recent attack is right is an idiotic placement of many soldiers beside ammo dump. So the ammo dump cannot strike 400. The Ukrainians say 400 over soldiers died, and the Russians say 63 died. Now say 80 something died. So it doesn't matter. A lot of people died. So yeah. So my prediction is Russia, after running, they will run out of ammunition. When I say run out, doesn't mean dry, but run very low. They will run out of trained soldiers. This one I don't think is already here. The next prediction I have is China will maintain its neutrality. China don't want to be dragged into this thing. They got enough problem of themselves, right? The people 靠北靠不 know that 我要自由that then President Xi just say okay you want I open all, no more zero policy, okay, then open up, right? So which means that they are very sensitive to angering their people. So they want in some sense a tranquility in their country. They cannot afford another of this nonsense. So in short, China, it's very clear to me, will maintain their neutrality unless agitated by US, which I think President Biden, unlike Trump, will try not to overdo it. So I think China will, 好不容易 just came out the zero COVID, there is a huge turbulence of everything. So in short, I think China will maintain its neutrality, and that's good enough. Okay. The next one is a long shot, a wild guess by Mr. Lu. Okay, but this is my wild guess. If you watch some of those reports, Putin cancer is getting serious. His cancer is getting serious, and he needs in interviews he need to hold on to a side of his table, grip very tightly, and certain signs that he's not feeling well. I am guessing a long shot now. He might even die or incapacitated. Is he the first leader of a country that died during a war or just post-war? No. President Roosevelt in World War II died before the war is over. President Truman take over and orders the bombing of Japan with the 2 nuclear bombs, two atomic bombs. So that's the first president that died. President Nasser of Egypt, after he lost the war, he died with a broken heart. Okay. Golda Meir from Israel, okay, she also died after the Yom Kippur War, if I'm not wrong. So a lot of wartime president dies really because of immense stress. So I think Putin is showing signs of crackdown. Okay, so I think he might be incapacitated or die or by either bad health or someone will shoot him down or whatever. But really, it's a prolonged stress is very painful. If he knew that he's going into a prolonged operation, I don't think he will ever go through. Okay, but this one, the next prediction is Russia will lose more will to fight. Okay, so in short, nobody wants to fight in Russia. They will order more conscript and more Russian young men will run away. Okay, now they are not even conscripting young people. Ape also cannot drag in already. Butcher, barber, computer engineer, everything, all sort of funny people, what do you call, all cannot drag into war. Nobody wants a war. They have no will to fight a war. When you put this whole thing together, we are looking at a de-escalation of the Russian-Ukraine war. So this is my prediction. A de-escalation of the war, unless nukes are used, which I don't think Putin is. He may be mad, but he's not stupid. Yeah, if he use a nuke, then good luck to him. So my first prediction is the Russian-Ukraine war will de-escalate. Okay, this is my first prediction. And we can agree to disagree. I want to hear your views on this. So this is my first view, okay? Second, inflation. To predict inflation is basically to predict where the stock market will go. But I said this before, I want to ask you guys again, okay? This is a question for everybody. Did you see prices right now? Do you see prices going higher and higher and higher and higher? Or is it just one time, one jump or higher and stay there? Which is the case? Just higher and higher and higher, or just higher? One word or many word? Higher and higher and higher and higher, or just higher and stay there? Okay? Let's make a world of difference, okay, towards inflation rate. Okay? Yes. Yeah, one word, okay? So it depends, one jump, okay? Yeah, higher and stay. Majority of us will feel that it's a one-time jump for most of the items. There are some items that go higher and higher, higher. I give you what's called higher, higher. Chanel. Keep going higher and higher, higher, higher. Handbag prices, branded bags, keep going higher, higher. But in most of the cases, it jump up high and stay. You look at our petrol, it jump up high and stay. Our chicken prices jump up high and stay. Our eggs prices jump up high and stay. Right? Our costs, a lot of things jump up high and stay. In fact, now electricity have gone down. Okay, is it electricity? Yeah, petrol has gone down. I think electricity has gone down as well. So a lot of people mistaken sticky high prices as high inflation rate. It is different. Chicken prices have gone down already. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so prices, when they remain stickily high, doesn't mean inflation go up. Okay, if you have, let's say in 2000, I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Okay, if in 2021 the price of an egg was 20 cents, now it go to 40 cents. Okay, the inflation rate is 100%. Is it high? Yes, very high. But in 2023, it stays. Okay, it stays at 40 cents. Is it high? Yes, it's still high. What's the inflation rate? Anybody? A lot of people cannot work out this mathematics. What's the inflation rate in 2023 of eggs? From zero. This is education, huh? Yes, okay, Mei Yin, the first to get it, okay? Everybody, yeah, zero. So is inflation going higher and higher and higher, higher, or just higher and stay? That makes the world of difference whether there's going to be inflation or not, okay? So my prediction is this, okay? Inflation rate will start, it's really falling and will continue to fall rapidly. Okay, Frank, good to see you. The Federal Reserve is going to be wrong on inflation again. Okay, the Federal Reserve is going to be wrong on inflation. When were they wrong? The Federal Reserve was wrong the whole of 2021. They say that inflation will be transitory. Inflation will be transitory, and therefore it will come and go. Really? 2022 inflation shot to the world, and then suddenly they say, okay, we have a serious inflation now we need to increase interest rate. In 2021 they say I won't increase it. I won't thinking of increasing interest rate. Now they say then they increase interest rate and cause the entire world crash. The Federal Reserve are the cause of the entire inflation problem. Okay, excessive printing of money. This time around, they're going to be wrong on inflation on the other direction. Okay, they're going to be wrong of the inflation in the other direction. That the inflation is really coming down rapidly, and they keep saying that inflation is going to stay there. Inflation are three components: beside goods component, and property component, and eventually one last one is wages, right? You know what? I don't need to look at all these three. All the signals are coming down. So I think the Federal Reserve are going to be, okay. Oh, really? Today headlines: French new inflation lower than expected. I haven't seen the headline. Is there headlines? Okay. Yeah. It's coming down. Okay, it's coming down, right? So therefore, the Federal Reserve is going to be wrong again on inflation. Okay, Siu Qing, good to see you. The US inflation is going to be fall more than expected starting from February, March, April. Okay, I don't exactly can pinpoint the months because of lag effects and all this, but this one, okay, is going to be the inflation will start. And why is it so? Because in 2021, that one-time jump in prices started. Remember I told you the price jump, okay, just like the eggs jump, it formed the new benchmark, okay, around February, March, April, and it stays there, and it stays there. Now that prices didn't rise anymore, may even come down, inflation is going to turn negative, you know. So therefore, the inflation rate should fall significantly from February 2023 onwards. We're going to see a rapid fall in inflation, and I already said it. I said it since last year July. Okay, why did the stock market continue to fall? Because the Fed refused to acknowledge this possibility, right? Haven't I said it? Okay, that I can predict prices falling. I cannot predict that the Fed will continue to be an asshole. Sorry. So what would the Fed do? This one I can predict now. Okay. I came to realize that the Fed is afraid of inflation expectation. They are scared that people go out and spend. So I say before I told you, right, they'll protect those Chinese ghosts or Japanese ghosts. Don't go out and spend. Ghosts will come and look for you, that kind of thing. So the Federal Reserve will find all the excuses to maintain the hawkish stand to kill inflation expectation and maintain high interest rate. You think Mr. Lu smarter than Jerome Powell? Cannot be, right? You think Mr. Lu, the roadside handbag seller, okay, is smarter than the whole army of Federal Reserve economists? Cannot be. So if Mr. Lu can see it, why can't they? They really saw it. It can't be they can see it. The only thing they cannot do is to acknowledge that will happen. If they acknowledge it happen, everybody will go out and spend money. Then they have no more excuse to increase interest rate. They need to bring down inflation expectation. Yes. So therefore, they need to hung, you know. Yeah, but one thing for sure, too much fear of fear will take away the fear from fear. Please quote me, yeah? Too much fear of fear will take away the fear from fear. You go and hang people too much and people numb really. You now look at the mortgage rates of you now look at the mortgage rates of US. It's coming down, no? you come and take a look at some of the T-bill rates and what kind of rates, or a lot of them are coming down. A lot of people don't buy them. The yield of bonds are coming down as well. Nobody believes them anymore. Yeah. So therefore, my guess is, okay, my prediction is that inflation rate will fall just by looking at this. Okay. Now, next one. Okay. US will have my prediction. US will have a no or mild recession. No or mild recession. Most of the US friends I spoke to, US businessmen that I spoke to, are anticipating a mild recession. If you look at all the prediction of all the analysts and banks and all this, everybody very diverse, but most of the case is it's a mild recession at the worst case. Okay. The Federal Reserve is trying to engineer a recession. They will never acknowledge it, but they are trying to screw the labor in order to screw the inflation. So basically, sorry to use such heavy word, but that's what I heard on some of the analysts, right? They have to hit the labor in order to hit inflation. That inflation may caused by wages. So now, but this will also mean that, and Federal Reserve Chairman said, in case there's going to be an overshooting of recession, then they can stimulate the economy again. I don't think they will, but talk big, okay? Then it cause inflation again. So this will also mean that there could be a slight earnings recession, okay? So because some mild recession, mild recession simply means company make less money, so there'll be a mild recession. So with this, the stock market will have some negative impact on this one, which I think will be small, but the big impact will come from the fall in inflation. Okay, so there are counter effects from this. So that's why I say it's kind of difficult. One effect is pushing the stock market down, one effect is pushing the stock market up. Okay, so Chun Yao, I don't think it will straight away drop to 2%, but it will come down rapidly. Okay, rapidly. All right, cool. Okay, Jerome, thank you. Okay, yes. So the biggest unknown gray rhino, okay, or main source of uncertainty is China reopening. No matter how I try to analyze it, I ask people around it, I Google, YouTube, search, meditate, pray, rub my crystal ball, whatever. It's a huge source of uncertainty. It's a fight between an increased productivity with China opening, okay, and an increase in demand. So basically, increase in productivity, cost prices go down. Increase in demand, cost prices go up. So which effect will cause? So fortunately, right now, many countries ban China flights from coming in. Okay, so most people, the Chinese tourists cannot go out and just buy all the touristy stuff. Won't lift up inflation to that much. If the China tour all chong out, I tell you, the whole freaking world, inflation will shoot to the roof. Okay, so hello, less than 1/3 of you give a like. Can you all please give a like? That helps to promote the video, and so that more people have a feel of it. So a lot of fears of transmission, okay, of the virus. So as a result, there will be some curb in travel demand in short run. So travel demand will not be so big. It will be more trigger, but it can flow over. Okay, so more or less since last year July, so not last year, 2021 July, me and my wife have been flying like the world like crazy, with almost very little travel restriction already. But only this year, specifically, okay, this November, December, that huge group of Singaporeans go travel. So the travel has a lag effect. Some came out in June, not so much, but the huge chunk of people came out in November, December. So as you can see, from opening to the everybody flying out, there's a lag effect. Now, it may not be a lag of 1 year in the China case, but it will be a lag effect. So we will see Chinese increase in demand kind of spread out, okay? Will I see a change in spending profile of China? No. Chinese are Chinese. They will buy every damn thing down. Yeah. So China is my huge source of unknown. It's difficult to predict two competing forces. Which one is it? So I will say adopt a wait and see. Okay, adopt a wait and see. Okay, but I can say for sure, the Chinese demand will shoot to the roof. Okay, I'm not so sure whether it will accompany by an increase in productivity. That's all that is can match it. So in short, like what Prime Minister Lee say, it is a world of uncertainty. So what are the key risks to my prediction? The key risk to my prediction is very high uncertainty, much higher than 2021. So the Federal Reserve will likely maintain his hawkishness excessively, unnecessarily. And if they overdo it, they can cause severe recession. They can. My base case is it will not happen, but they overdo it. Can they overdo it? Yeah, they overdid it in 2021. Okay? 2021, they overdid it. So therefore, can they overdo again? Yes. Their chances are they're going to overdo again. But my base case is they learn their lesson and will not overdo it. So therefore, so in short, they were wrong and then they can be wrong again. Okay, so my base case is that Federal Reserve will not, but there is a risk that that they may maintain their hawkishness excessively. Yeah, they can overdo it because lagging indicators. Second is China demand on global markets skyrockets, okay, causing huge inflation. That is going to be xian. Yeah, xian. So can that happen? Yes, it can happen. Okay, I don't think it happen, but it can happen. Okay, it can happen. Could there be emergence of new global conflict, deepening of Russian-Ukraine war? Yes, it can be. Chances not high. This one not high, but these are risks that I want to call out, right? So suddenly this thing happened, right? And Mr. Lu, I thought you predicted it. These are risks that can happen. Right? I think it's very important. So the other one thing I noticed because of a lot of people here, and it's the same in the market. Do you notice that when you are in a high level of tension, someone like high level of tension, someone drop. Okay, I'll give you this story. I used to have a calculator. You know how many of you have those Casio FX something calculator? And then I've got this solar panel on it, okay? And every time I put it back, it cracked and crushed. So I decided I'm going to put a metal pencil case over it, those case over it. So during my university exam, the whole hall of statistics was very quiet. Freaking quiet, okay? Everybody in high tension. Oh, scribbles. Then I was scribbling. Then I was like, I trying to figure out how to do it. I accidentally hit the casing. The casing slide drop on the floor. Guess what sound it produced? Metal on hard concrete. Chang! I don't know, 200 students are in the exam hall. Wow, shock! Some of them have heart attack and things like that. Way! I can't think right. Something. Lalu I can't think right. So my point is, everybody is in a state of high tension. One freaking pencil case drop on the floor, you will feel like heart attack. Everybody has been jittery over COVID, over Ukraine, over inflation, over China COVID, over this, over that, over mother-in-law, over father-in-law, over whatever tension right now. Guess what? Just a little bit of shock can frighten the shit out of everybody. So the market is very jittery right now over potential unknown shocks. Okay, even small shocks can have big impact. Right, over respond. I see some of these are really not a big deal. Why everybody overreact until like that? Right. So therefore, small events can have disproportionate reaction, and that is a risk factor because in a state of tension for too long, okay, do you know why people get panic attack? Because they get in a state. You go and study those psychology books, they were in a state of tension and stress for a very very long time, and suddenly kena a cold, a cough whatsoever. Suddenly it's like whole dam that's building up pressure suddenly crack, and then they need to take medicine, okay, or go and see a doctor to calm themselves. So I'm telling you right now, the whole world is now in a high tension for a very long period of time. So something might break over very trivial things. So rather than to have a totally bet on a single outcome, okay, rather than bet on single outcome, so I've decided to use what we call a scenario planning approach, because it's very difficult to be very tuned on one case in this one, because the diversity of possibilities endless and very wide. Let's adopt a scenario approach, right? Basically, we have a base case, what we think is the highest probability, but because the likelihood of a spillover is very high on their side, then we do scenario planning to plan what if those things happen, okay? So I will still go back to what I believe, okay? Most money are made not from, but most money are made when the markets are down. Yeah. So you don't make money when the whole market is rising. You shouldn't be celebrating. Someone said this before, I think it's very funny. When there's suddenly a sale in premium mall selling handbags as well, everybody rush in. When the stock market is on sale, everybody rush out. You notice that? Something is wrong, right? When the whole stock market is on sale, everybody should rush in. Okay? So, yeah. So, oh, really? Okay, Patrick is funny. So, therefore, I go back to what Graham taught his student Warren Buffett. Be fearful when other people are greedy, and be greedy when other people are fearful. I've used it again and again and again and again, okay? It's never failed me and never failed anybody, actually. Let me say this categorically, that known risk, okay, rarely destroy the stock market. If you know something is coming, even though it is scary, okay, it rarely destroys the stock market. Known risks are not known risks are not likely to destroy the stock market. It can bring it down a bit, but it won't destroy. It wouldn't be a catastrophic crash if you know the risk. Okay, all the risks that we know right now, okay, are already known risks. Really, very unlikely to destroy the stock market. So what's my investment approach to 2023? This is Mr. Lu, okay? This is Mr. Lu. I'll be very cautiously optimistic. Very cautiously optimistic. There's going to be a huge amount of volatility and unknown and things like that. But I'll be still cautiously optimistic, okay? And well, I found first of all, I put some money in SRS, and then I found that my wife got a secret stash of SRS. I'm gonna rob it first, okay? So that's enough for me to fire probably about 2 shots or something like that, okay? By February, March, I probably accumulated enough CPF to fire maybe 1 more shot. That amounts to probably about 3 shots, okay? Then maybe I'll start unload some cash, maybe filling up maybe 5 to 10 shots or something like that. Okay, I will definitely not be as gung-ho as I was in 2022. 2022, I fire a big, fire. Okay, that's okay. I think my average for S&P is about 3,007 3,008. Okay, so it's okay. We're about there now. So 2022, I think I fire enough. I can still fire. I don't need to fire so aggressively. The only bit of worry I have is that if my prediction that the inflation is going to fall from February, March, April onwards, then the stock market may have a chance that it will come up. come up rapidly. When is the stock market calling the bluff of Jerome Powell? That's the key thing. The falling of inflation is a certainty now. Okay, I've been saying it since July last year. Jerome Powell and his Federal Reserve Chairman is the only one that is fighting this thing. Okay, so in short, there may be a bit of urgency for me to unload because there will come a day when, paper cannot cover fire. People will say, Jerome Powell, kesi talk rubbish what, inflation already coming down like that, you still hawkish, just silent and bagasi, that kind of thing, right? So I think the stock market is nearing that point already, yeah. So I may have to pick up speed a little bit on that while, okay? So guys, I came from a Hokkien background. Although I'm pretty well educated, but inside me is still abeng. So please forgive me when I use a language like this. So what I'll do is that there will be, because he will continue to maintain his hawkishness. So that jittery up down. Actually, we gotta thank that for. So when it go up down, is chances for us to go in and fish, right? So if it's just down and then it go up all the way, too late already, right? Okay. So I would actually, Ashton, good to see you, right? I'll actually, buy on the dips, which I've been doing that. So I think I will mostly do a fire and forget. I don't know how many of you in serve the army. Last time with those rocket launchers called the law, we just shoot and then throw the whole tube away, right? It's almost like that. Just fire and forget, right? Go on with my life. I want to say this, how can I say it without sounding rude? I can't. For those clowns, okay, who every day keep asking me, okay, why Mr. Lu never go on live and talk about stock market again, okay? You don't have other things to do, is it? Yeah. Investment is not about, first of all, life is not about money and investment only, okay? Yours is, mine is not, okay? But investment is also not about keeping a close watch on your profile, on your portfolio every day, okay? I will just do a fire and forget, and go on with my life. I think they just miss me. Yeah, some of them do, but a majority of them just want to, okay, anyway, wait for me to slap them. Yeah, so anyway, but I think we need to go on with our life, okay? I think we need to just go on with our life, and just do other things, right? The best, I say again, I say it many times, the best investment gender is ladies, because there are a lot of things to do. They can multitask and do a lot of things, and you just forget about whatever they're short. I need to say the last thing very importantly is to maintain a strong cash reserve to combat uncertainty. This one cannot be overemphasized, okay? You need a strong cash reserve because uncertainty is very, very high, okay? Things can happen. Another virus can break out, war can break out, and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, so really, okay, a lot of you are distracting me. One asking me when's my CNA show. Aston is saying my hair is getting thicker and things like that. This kind of thing can distract me, okay? So this is what I mean now, okay? Distraction. I'll talk about those in a short while. So this is my investment approach. Number one, I'll be cautiously optimistic. I will continue to fire. I haven't fired for some time. I will continue to fire. If someone were to tell me what's the stock market right now, S&P should go up by a little. I was hoping it dropped conclusively, then I should. One day I cannot tahan, I just 3,800, yeah, unload lah, sian. Yeah, okay. Then I won't be as aggressive, I'll front load some, but I won't be too aggressive. I fire $1 in 2022. This year I won't fire $1, and I'll be more cautious. I want to adopt a fire and forget approach. Go on in my life so that we will not be distracted, and maintain a high cash reserve to combat uncertainty. Okay, very important. 3828, exactly. Buy low, cannot go up, cannot go down, right? It's hovering on the same point. I want to quote Tabby or Caleb, okay, and say this. He says that They say this, right? They discovered themselves, the 1M38 couple. Activity does not equate progress in investment. This is very profound, right? Activity does not equate progress in investment. Those people to go and draw chart, analyze, read reports, missile, do a lot of things, a hell of activity, chances are those people always lose money. Those people, just buy and just go on their life. Tabby, the wife, number one, she said, I buy and forget. Yeah, just buy and forget. And she made her money was more, right? Very impressed, okay, with this couple. Very, very impressed. So in short, do not equate inactivity in investment as a sign of weakness. It's not. It's a sign of wisdom. Okay. A lot of you who cannot manage your investment emotions, don't go and watch the stock market. Go and get yourself involved in some other thing. If you cannot tahan the fear and greed or eating your life out, then you get GT whatever, don't go and watch it. After you fire your shot already, right? For this month, I'm not gonna fire another shot. I fire my shot already. Do what? Go fishing, go play with your kids, go do some sports, whatever. Don't go and see the stock market, right? I don't watch the stock market every moment of my life, because I gotta do 165. Now I won't even watch it every day. Yeah, right. So I've got business to run, I have a life to do. I love to catch up my kids. I would love to go fishing, but recently I beat hiao. I'm very afraid of the sun. I'm still trying to arrange for night fishing. Okay, but every day now okay, this Mr. Lu is very hiao now. I can't look at my face. I apply those skincare and things like that. I doing some progress. Okay, making myself very happy and things like that. Wasting some time there and things like that. Go and figure out what distract you from life. Don't you follow me, right? Okay, yeah. So bottom line is, in conclusion, 2023, I have a base case prediction, but I'm prepared that it will swing up or swing down, and I make provisions for it, okay? And I take stock that most of my shots will be fired early, okay? And then let the whole process run, okay? That's what I do. And the market can turn either way, but that's fine, right? We're prepared for it, okay? Cool? Okay? So if you agree with my prediction, I will appreciate some like, okay? And agree with my approach. Also give a like. You may not agree with my prediction, but agree with my approach and give a like. And let's take some questions right now, shall we? Okay? Yeah. All right, let's take some questions right now. Yes? No questions, okay. Okay, first of all, my hair got progress or not? Mr. Lu, should we use the money that we intend to top up our CPF MA to earn tax relief and put it S&P 500? I always say fill up your S&P first. Fill up your CPF first lah. Okay, fill up your CPF first. Okay, that's very important. Okay, then go invest in stock market. The sequence matter. Okay, the sequence matter. Okay. I make 400K a year from work, but feel jaded now, can't afford landed. More than enough for EC, what to do in life. Don't stay in a landed, it's perfectly okay. I stay in HDB, I don't have an issue about it. Okay. Life is a lot more than a landed house or whatever. What's the difference between a big house and a big home? What is more important? Home is more important than a house. The warmth of your family, the kids hugging around you, right? Having a wife, that actually walks with you, Well, you've got animals, some animals, in your house, like dogs and things like that. I've got cats and things like that. Yeah, okay. Go play and stuff. Go for walks, whatever. Those things are more important in life. Okay. Yeah. What's the point of having so much money where no meaning in life? Okay. CPF only allow us to invest 30% in endowers. What do you do more for CPF? Oh, first of all, I didn't know that. Okay. Uh, okay. I thought funds you can go up to 100%. I'm not too sure. Okay. How to maintain positive thinking every day? Okay, you can't now. You know, are you human now? As long as you maintain positive most of the time, it's good enough, right? It's good enough. Mr. Lu, should we use the money you intend to top our CPF to buy Toto tomorrow? Toto only gonna call only lah. Go buy our hope is perfectly okay. Yeah, okay. Should we still buy SSB? SSB the return a bit low T-bill, right? T-bill is coming up soon, right? Yeah. Okay. I told people I'm not going to talk about T-bill. Okay. If the Fed slows down rate hikes and eventually start lower, are we expecting to stabilize 2, 3, 4% interest rate for a couple of years? It depends on how fast the price fall. Wrong. How fast the inflation fall. If the inflation falls very fast to 2%, then the interest rate will automatically fall no matter what the hell does Jerome Powell says. Okay. There'll be Fed minutes later. What's your prediction? I don't care about that. What my important prediction is the inflation rate. Okay. Friday Toto 5 million. I hope someone will win it. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. Travel ETF. Okay, I still have it. I didn't lose much. Just slightly below. Not too interesting. There's a bad call. Okay, I should just stick to S&P 500. Anyway, only have one small shot on it, so forget it. Should I invest my assessed funds of 70,000 in CPF OA, or keep them as a backup for mortgage? I think you need to, if you are still having a job and assuming a job is a stable job, then you can afford to clear some of it for investment, assuming your SA and MA fill up. Okay. Do you have any advice for new graduates looking to buy home to settle down? Housing is so expensive and stock market is so down a lot. First of all, I came to realize that if you're going to get married, resale, it's a viable option. Don't try to stay in those $1 million flats or things like that. I think it's okay to stay in a slightly I was told by Dragon that the subsidy from government can go as high as 160,000 or something like that. It's a huge amount of subsidy, right? In fact, the day Caleb and Tabby talk about it, they opted for the option. Okay. Beside endowers, what CPF investment did you place on a CPF? Not endowers is just the sales arm. I actually put some in the past on Fund Supermart. Most of them are in S&P 500 also. Yeah, so mainly S&P 500, just in different places. Okay. Those days they allow Fund Supermart allow CPF, then they stop allow. Now only endowers allow, I think. Okay. When will I be Channel News Asia? On the 7th of Jan, I think. They told me 7th of Jan. That I'll be in Channel News Asia. When you all find it, please send me out. Usually I'm the last person to know it. When will you buy more S&P 500? When the market is conclusively fixed on a certain trend and not hopefully below 3,100. Most graduate can we get 80 stuff? Okay, let's okay. Can we talk about more stock market and relevant topic now? If you have a side topic, go to the Telegram and talk about it. Okay. 3-room flats receive the maximum grant, yes, by Caleb and Tabby. Absolutely right. Okay. Mr. Lu, if my SA is not max and I have sufficient OA to max my SA, do I transfer to SA or do I invest? I find that for myself, the sequence is important. Max out the SA first. Okay. Then with that, stabilize as a strong financial safety net, that when I invest in stock market, I have no more fear. Yeah. Okay. Why Mandi does not allow for CPF? I think it's not Mandi, it's endowers. They haven't got approval for it yet. Why don't Why don't focus on building business and earn more instead of investing, which is more unpredictable? Are you a entrepreneur? Do you this is subjective, but as an entrepreneur myself, and I can say for most entrepreneur, I think business are hell lot more unpredictable than stock market. Okay. Fund supermarket still allows CPF investment. Oh, is it? I don't think they allow CPF investment on S&P 500. I may be wrong there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Entrepreneurship is insanely difficult. You're absolutely right. It's very difficult. Okay. Mr. Lu, for couples who earn beyond contact Lim, please. Yeah. So, Mr. Lu, for couples who earn beyond even easy income but don't want to live in condo yet, cannot apply for BTO. What should we do now? Buy resale HDB. That's what I do. Resale HDB. Mr. Lu, is S&P more stable returns than Nasdaq? Of course, the volatility is lower. Okay. Saw you making a speech for Singtel 10 years ago. Oh, really? Okay. I'm sure I look a bit bigger right now. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So entrepreneurs are really, very tough business. Really tough. It's really tough. Okay. Don't have a thinking that yeah, you can. I think on my fourth business, then I succeeded. The first three crash and burn. Okay. One lesson I learned in 2022 for myself is the more I trade, the less I earn, the more money I lose. Okay. I can vouch for it. It's better to just buy and walk away. Exactly, LV. I totally agree with it. How are tech stocks going to be in this year? It's really hard to say. Yeah. SPF, so much volatility in the first hour. Is it? What's the SPF now? Are you bet on intermittent? Well, I eat 2 meals a day. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Which counter do you invest for S&P 500? Using Sing dollar, I'm thinking of investing my SRS. I usually go through Endowers to buy a Line Global, but I think there are a lot of options for SRS. How do you juggle such hectic life? Passion. You juggle using a passion. If you have passion, you'll figure it out. If you don't have passion, you'll get stressed. I got no stress I almost got no stress in my life. Minus occasionally I make my wife angry or things like that. I almost got no stress in my life. Okay, my work and business, yeah. Aloysius asked, Mr. Lu, genuine question. What are the thoughts on fulfillment and happiness in life? Is it more fulfilling to see a large number in CPF or a better lifestyle? That's a great question. Okay, so I think what is fulfilling and happy to people differs from people to people. Okay, if you don't mind, I just tell a bit of story. Okay, and I say it before. Pardon me, there's a lot of questions coming. I'm gonna just park those questions right and you ask again. Okay, what is most important to me are my kids. Okay, kids. My kids are the most important thing in my life. Okay, most important thing. More than my money, more than CPF, more than business, whatsoever, my kids. I want to make sure they lead a strong, fulfilling, independent, and happy life. So I spend a lot of time coaching my kids. Okay. And when I see my kids rising up, in stature, in independence, in maturity, and handle people, life, I get very happy. So one of the happiest moments in my life recently is to see my son pass out from OCS. Okay, pass on OCS, and I think it's a great, is very comforting because he was a very physically weak and not so smart person when he was young, right? But after he grew up in stature and everything, and he passed out OCS, I felt a certain level of comfort and confidence. That is his passing out moment I put on TikTok. Okay, you can see him, the pride in my face. Is actually I tell you that joy lasted from the day he passed out on when did Ben pass out? 10th of December. That joy lasted till today. Okay, today is the 4th of Jan. Okay. When I make $1 million in the stock market, the joy don't last for more than a day. Okay, so that gives you that gives you a that gives you a feeling of the difference. Those things are much more important for me. Now, does making a lot of money and do a good successful business make me happy? Of course, of course. Okay, but it's all relative, right? Yes. How do you make your kids get along with each other? Oh, that's very simple. Most kids don't get along with each other because of favoritism of your family, of the parents. Favoritism of the parents cause sibling rivalry. I noticed that. Okay? I I noticed that in many people's life, okay? So don't exercise favoritism among kids. Love them equally or hate them equally. But this will cause them to be very united. All my three kids love each other, okay? Yes, all right. So thank you. Yeah, he's a very nice chap and comment. Please don't promote endowers. He makes me lose six-digit figure. Okay, very misleading endowers. I don't know what you buy on endowers. I only buy the S&P 500. Do you just buy the S&P 500? If you buy the S&P 500 and lose a six-digit number, then don't worry because over time, as the power compounding will come back. But if you go and buy other things, then I cannot say, okay. Able to share how much you lost in the first business? I never calculated, but those were small business. Usually when I start small. So those business founded, my guess is tens of thousands of dollars, just founded. But it gives, the lessons learned are valuable, okay? So I think it's okay. Will I ask my son to take over my business? Okay, this is a very interesting topic. It deserves a day of discussion itself, but I don't think most people will be interested in this topic, so I'll maybe cover it casually here. I've already written my will. My wife and I written my will, and we'll very openly tell our kids this, okay? Whoever inherit the business is the one that's most competent and has a passion for it, okay? So I think my son and my youngest daughter got zero interest in premium or zero, okay? They see handbag, they got allergy on it, then don't bother even pushing them there, yeah, okay? So so that's my thought, okay? Anyway, nepotism causes sibling rivalry. How to be stress-free, okay? First of all, choose a life that you are passionate about. Most of us, the job gives us too much stress. Don't work in that job. When I was in Singtel, the stress is immense, man. Immense. Yeah, immense is the word. Then I went into entrepreneurship. It is tough, physically very tough. I don't have mental stress. Okay, I got huge financial safety net, money, and all this, And my wife probably got stressed more than I do, but I don't think I'm stressed. Yeah. What's the indicator you have to cut losses in your failed business? That's a tough one. Very, very dependent. When the sale is zero, when let's say something happened and the supplies are cut or whatever, then it's very clear. Just cut it. The worst part is those walking dead business. Yeah. How do you intend to spend your CPF money after accumulating so much money? Oh, it's so easy. A couple of $1 million. If I want to spend, spending money is very easy. Okay, who agree with that? Spending money is very easy. Okay, yeah. Accumulating money is difficult. You give me money, you don't know how to spend. You give me, I know how to spend for you. Okay, especially in my business of dealing with luxury. I want to spend money is just like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 1 hour can spend. Okay. 让我来教你. Okay. Not right for me to teach you. Okay. Come to Premium Mall, I'll introduce you how to spend money. That is very easy. Okay. Do you have any concern at first when your kids at social media and Premium Mall? They've been conditioned from young, so a bit less. But we've warned them many times that they need to conduct themselves well. What makes you want to be an entrepreneur after being an employee after so many years? Mama, I'm running out of water. Don't mind if you get me some water? Thank you. When I was in Singtel, I went through different roles. I was in finance, corporate affairs, consumer, enterprise, and then I came into a role called I was the head of innovation. And in my head of innovation job, I got a chance to travel across the world, go to Silicon Valley, go to Israel, go to all sorts of places where I see all the exciting startups and things like that. Then I got smitten by it. I realized that, oh, that's the one thing, it's just like a woman, right? You know when you find it, right? You find the right women, right? So it's very interesting, right? It's very interesting, and I came to realize that I really want to be an entrepreneur. Then I decided that I will do an MBA in Stanford University. Then 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 in Stanford University, I got even more, into entrepreneurship and things like that. Okay, then eventually, okay, I'm gonna take one more of this. Okay, ginseng. I'm not promoting this product. I'm selling this product when I was in Korea, but it's very good. Yeah, ginseng, very very good, very very good product. Okay, uh, it actually tastes good. It actually tastes good, so like chocolate. Yeah. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so where was I? So yeah, then I realized this is what I want. Okay, this is what I want. Then okay, I decided to become entrepreneur. It took me time. Okay, but yes, that's the ex ginseng that Kate got at shocked at the price. This is the one from Korea. This is very much cheaper. I don't know which one. It's much cheaper than my Chinese the Chinese one. How do you cope in Stanford University? Let me tell you something about university. It's more difficult to do badly than to do well. It's very, very difficult to do badly in university. Yeah, you need to work hard to to fail. If you want to fail, very, very difficult. Yeah, once you're inside, to get in is very difficult. Once you're inside, very freaking difficult to fail. Okay. Uh, Okay, so ginseng is energy revitalizing. Yeah, so that's a key thing. Energy revitalizing. I've been taking ginseng for how many years? I've been taking ginseng. 15 years. Yeah, 15 years. Okay. So I've been taking ginseng for 15 years, and it's very good for health. The one that I bought from the Chinese TCM in Singapore is very expensive, so I take it sparingly. Then I found this Korean one is much cheaper, so I just went. Okay. If you're interested, just follow. Okay, let me talk there. Whoever interested, come and get. Yeah, is the one in Singapore I bought from you. Still waiting for it to arrive. It should be coming. Okay. The the Singapore one that I bought is damn heaty. This one is not heaty. Yeah. Would you recommend increasing monthly cash flow by focusing on salary of the day job through promotion or increasing income? It depends on the person. Some people can do it, some people can't, so it really depends. I would suggest that most of us will know that you kind of hit a maximum in your career, then you try to diversify. Yeah. Not very old people can eat ginseng. Yeah, I think they can. Okay. In fact, most ginseng is like old man product. Okay. Let's not talk about ginseng, shall we? Someone asked me a very important question. Something about conflict between premium mall, conflicting interest between premium mall and 165. That is true. Okay. So all the while, Mr. Lu kept behind the scene in premium mall for 7 years. Then I rarely appear in premium mall, and my wife rarely appear in 165. But there was an event that caused this to happen. My wife collapsed in front of the screen. Some of y'all were there, and I got to step out to tell everybody, hey, my wife just collapsed because she fell sick. And then people say, hey, what's Mr. Lu doing in premium mall? And then yeah. Then people ask me, and then gradually the lines overlap. The key thing is this: we always assume that women, and this is usually women, and it's an insult to them. I didn't realize. I apologize. We always assume that women only know how to spend money on luxury. But my customer taught me this. They basically, Mr. Lu, don't treat us as young kids. We have a portion of some money that we used to buy luxury or whatever, travel, whatever. And we also we also have a sum of money that we use for investment. We have a sum of money for grocery, a sum of money for this and that. Don't treat us as young kids. We know how to manage ourselves. Then the rest, oh, I see. Yeah, we know we're very smart. So actually in Premium Mall, some of the customers always tell me, Mr. Lu, thank you for teaching me how to invest. So now I can safely feel less guilty when I go and buy bags. You help me make money so I can go and buy more bags. That's quite funny. So this a bit of conflict in my mind, but anyway, so be it. It's just Mr. Lu never tell you to buy without managing your finance properly. Okay, anyway. Blessing in disguise, market of green now. Thanks for the response. Should we convert CDC vouchers? C vouchers 几百块钱 not interesting. Okay. Yeah, she explains all product very well with sincerity. You're talking about B or talking about Kate? I suppose you're talking about B, right? Okay, yeah, she's better at it. I'm very lousy in selling. Yeah. Okay, cannot drag into this. Okay, I think B and my wife does a much better job. Okay, so all right. Okay, so heavy bag, she just says it's heavy. Yeah. Okay, most people say, oh, don't worry, it's very light. They take really heavy. What's the name of the Korean ginseng? Women die for bags, men die for cars. That's facts of life. That's okay. Women die for bags, okay. Men die for women is the worst. Not the right women, okay. What's this? Korean red ginseng extract gold capsule, Hong Sen Pai. I don't know. I can do this one, okay. You know what? Okay, you can you go to Premium Mall, write to Premium Mall. They will arrange for you. I don't know how to do it. Yeah, let's not talk about ginseng. Okay, let's talk about ginseng, shall we? I beg to differ. I actually bought 2 pens from you when you're promoting them. This Angela. So what happened was that one of my sister company had to clear stock. They bought a lot of pens, pots and pans. Then we're asked to help them. We never collect a single cent from them. So then now I was like, could sell pots and pans. So then now they sell pots and pans. Can you imagine holding pots and pans and selling them? So Angela bought 2 of them. Thanks, Angela. It was hilarious. I was like, this will go down in the history of Mr. Lu. Imagine Channel News Asia after they shoot Mr. Lu giving me stock market advice. The next one is Mr. Lu selling pots and pans. How to groom kids with business entrepreneur mindset like you. This one I noticed, okay? This one I noticed. Groom them from young by exposing them. Okay, I'm actually quite late in this. So Angela said it was quite fun actually. That's quite funny. Very important is a lot of the entrepreneurial parents that I saw bring their kids along into their business meeting. So I realized, oh, what a big mistake. So nowadays, whenever a chance I bring my kids to business meeting, they initially will hate it. They will try to pay attention the first 30 minutes. After that, they will start playing their phone. That's okay. Then over time, through osmosis, they subconsciously they will go in. What do you think on SG property market? Very difficult. Hard to say. Okay, hard to say. There again, got factors going out. I'll get Dragon Tan and come and talk, and you can ask him this question. Will I invest HSI? What's HSI? Okay. My both children now in secondary school. Do you have any advice how to teach them on investment other than 1865? Just teach them. I would teach them just S&P 500. That's good enough, really. Teach them money values. Teach them how to. Don't tell them you should not spend the money. Teach them how you can earn more as well. Encourage them to do it. China index a good buy right now. I don't know how to bet on China. China is a very spurious market. I choose not to. Yeah, Hang Seng index. Oh, I see. I won't touch any other index other than S&P 500. I won't. I'm not telling you shouldn't, but I won't. But what if we're not in business? How to groom them for entrepreneurship? Expose them, encourage them. Okay, expose and encourage them to have a leap of faith, pursue your own passion and things like that. I think that's very important. I got a friend, Chin Heng, my mentor. And by the way, some of y'all, when y'all see Dragon Tan, see Chin Heng, see some people I bring, please go up and say hi to them. They're very down to earth people. Chin Heng a bit more atas than I am, but he's in stature, but he's a man of great humility. Go up and say hi to them. So Chin Heng, who was the ex-CPF deputy CEO, his son is an entrepreneur, all right? His son is an entrepreneur, but I think it's more about the father supporting the children to pursue taking passion. Then in BE in business, then take CFA level 1 for start. I studied chemistry, now in trading finance. Okay. Hi, Mr. Lu. Okay. Hang Sing next. Okay. Chinin got his own YouTube mini series now. Yeah, he don't need to do his own mini. People do for him one. Yes. Okay. What else? Okay. Hello, Yu Yin. Good to see you. Okay. I think we have said enough. Okay. So going back to tonight's topic, it's about base case. Base case. Okay. A base case. I've painted 4 scenarios. I've stated what it is. I'll be cautiously optimistic, keep some cash reserve, and so on. How do I know Mr. So? He was my church. Yeah. Okay. My kids make me buy gummy, then sell them in school and keep the earnings. Very good. Okay. Very good. Yeah. All right, good. Okay, so good night, everybody. Okay, I'm going for my walk right now. Okay, I utang myself some 6,000 steps a day. I got to go and walk 6,000 steps right now. Okay, cool. All right, good. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I attend a church called Hope Church. Yeah, Hope Church. Yes, thank you. Yes, good night. Okay, center part of hair getting longer and more, but the corner side is still not much improvement. It's very small little hair growing here lah, not not coming out. Yeah, not coming out. Yes, I walk at 12 a.m. I'm supposed to walk earlier, but okay. I gotta do this. Yeah. Okay. Good night. Okay. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate this. Good night. Good night. Yeah, I try to do 17,000 steps a day. Yeah, at least 18,000 steps a day. Okay, cool. Okay, good night, everybody. Good night. Yeah. Good night. Okay. Good night. Yeah. Yes. Good night. Okay. Shelly, good night. Family, Louis, QI, SL, Tan, good night. Your hair will grow if you leave and forget. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Okay. 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 Say goodbye to B. Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. Have you tried coast to coast walk in Katsu Toguan? Yes, I have tried that. Okay. Yes. Oh, Zila, Boyla, I just started. We're living in Europe time zone. Yeah. I mean, as in my mind is in Europe time zone right now. Cannot adjust. Okay. Okay. All right, cool. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining me for tonight. Okay. Good night. Good night.